What's up guys, Living Survival. So today's the day I'm going to do part 4 of my Prepared to Survive series, my bug out bag. So if you haven't seen the other parts, you can definitely go check those videos out. Part 1 was my EDC, part 2 was my personal survival kit, part 3 was my get home bag, and today we have part 4, the bug out bag. So stick with me. So I've come a long way since my last bug out bag video, and you can definitely go check out that video. I did that one a little over a year ago. So as Morris Kahansky said, the more you know, the less you carry. So I've definitely modified some things in my pack, including the pack itself. I'm now using a Maxpedition Condor 2. I definitely change up my packs from time to time, as well as I also have the other packs which have certain redundancies and different things in them. So for example, my get home bag that sits in the car, my personal survival kit which is usually in the car. You know, hopefully in a shit hit the fan situation or a bug out situation, I'll have my car, my vehicle, and that means that I'll have those other packs and kits. But if I didn't, if I had to leave the house with just my bug out bag, I'm going to show you today the things that I carry. Now obviously this varies from person to person, and it definitely varies in the environment you're in. I'm bugging out to a wilderness scenario or a wilderness environment, whereas other people could be bugging out to an urban environment. So there's a lot of different things, and I'll try to explain some of those as I go along. For example, stoves. In an urban environment, you might want to carry a gas stove. In a wilderness environment, you might want to carry a bio stove. So things like that, and I'll definitely try to explain certain things like that as we go along. With my bug out bag, I focus on longer term survival. I definitely want to make it through those first 72 hours, but I also am prepared to have a plane fly by. So with my bug out bag, I'm definitely focusing on longer term survival. I definitely want to make it through those 72 hours, but I'm definitely prepared to last longer if I have to. So I've definitely gotten rid of some of the items that, you know, maybe are better suited for a get home bag, some communication options, things like that, that I'm not necessarily going to need in a wilderness scenario or a longer term wilderness scenario. And again, I'll try to explain some of that stuff as we go along. The other thing is obviously it has to be tailored towards weather conditions. So in the summer you might want to change it up a little bit. In the winter you might want to add some more clothing and things like that, so keep that in mind as well. The only thing that I really haven't added to this pack that I'd like to add to this pack would be a slingshot and so like a fishing kit, so I'm definitely going to be adding those in the future. Alright guys, well like I said, in addition to the things that I carry on me, such as my handgun, a pocket knife, and wallet and keys and a cell phone, watch, things like that, I also have done videos on my personal survival kit, so you can go and check that out. This usually goes in the car with me. Also my get home bag, which is basically a step up from my personal survival kit. Great items in this get home bag. You can go back and check out that video. But again, today we're going to focus on the bug out bag. So like I said, it's going to vary from season to season what you rotate through or what you pack in your bug out bag. Right now we're going into the fall winter, so I'm starting to pack on a sleeping bag in addition to a shelter that I have inside. In the really hot months I might carry a hammock instead, but I've swapped it out to the sleeping bag. This is a Snug Pack Elite Softy sleeping bag. It's definitely a nice fall / winter sleeping bag. So I just have it clipped onto the bottom of the pack here with some grim locks. So I can easily take this off at camp, and you know, I can break down the bag if I want and set up camp, and then I can go off into the woods and do other things with the pack as well. So looking at the outside of the pack here, it's a Maxpedition Condor 2 like I said, and I'll do another review on the pack itself, but basically, you know, just like all other Maxpeditions products, real heavy duty bag and real heavy duty stitching and things like that, so you can jam these bags full and pretty much throw in everything that you would need to get in a bug out bag. This makes, the Condor 2 makes a great 3-day pack, so I definitely recommend that as well. On the front here I just have my Leatherman Wave multi-tool. I just have it attached on here with the Molly, and that works really well. I have a couple of grim locks here that I can tie on extra things, maybe you know, extra gear that I'm carrying, extra gear that I pick up along the way, things like that. I can lash it onto the front. On the side here I have my Becker BK9. I choose to carry this as my kind of one knife option or one tool option. I no longer carry an axe or anything like that. pretty much with the BK9. I can chop, I can baton down wood, and especially where I live, in the location that I live, I can definitely do just fine using this Becker BK9 in addition with some of the other knives that I carry, like my folding knife or my multi-tool. I also have a neck knife in here as well. So between all those cutting tools, I'm able to process food, I'm able to cut pretty much anything I need to cut. I'm also able to chop and baton wood to process it down for a fire. On the other side here, I just have a roly-poly. I believe this is a medium roly-poly. These are good. I have one on my get-home bag as well, the small size, but these are awesome. They just are a big dump pouch that as you're walking along, you can definitely put lots of stuff in there, like tinders and, you know, containers, anything that you collect along the way, you can use the dump pouch for. So they work excellent for that. And then they just Velcro right back up and stow on the side of the pack here. This also comes with a quick clip, so you can just clip it right off and put it on your belt, for example, if you were going to go walk around and do something like that. So there's plenty other MOLLE attachments and lashing points on these packs. If you wanted to attach extra items, you could definitely do that. On the back here, you just have the straps, and then in the back compartment here, I do have a 2-liter Camelback, so I can carry 2 liters of water there. I would want to boil my water first to make sure that it's safe for drinking, but then I could fill up the Camelback and have water on the go as well. Maxpedition puts a nice little hanger hook here so that you can hang it so it doesn't fall down into your pack like it does on some packs. So let's get into the front of the pack here. Up top, this is sort of my catch-all, my kitchen sink, my admin pouch area. I do have to get some more pouches and stuff like that to keep things in. I just, you know, in this pack, I just kind of throw things in there that I might need. Like I said, I would hope that I would have my vehicle and my get-home bag and my personal survival kit and everything else that I carry in my car, like a change of clothes and boots and everything like that. But in the case that I didn't and I just had to leave home with just this, you know, this is what I got. So in the front pack here, I do have a couple little food items. I've got some little protein bars, some nut bars. You know, you can get Cliff bars, you can get energy bars, anything like that. Just something to nibble on throughout the day that'll kind of keep your energy up a little bit. And obviously, you know, you're trying to make it through the first 72 hours. After the 72 hours, you know, you're going to be stuck with hunting and things like that, which, you know, I can definitely trap and fish and things like that in the woods where I plan to bug out if that scenario should arise. Also have some beef jerky in here as well. Again, great stuff to pack in a get-home bag or a bug-out bag. Got some waterproof matches here, or the storm matches, the UCO storm matches. Come in a nice watertight case, and I have a striker right on the side there. Also have a ferrocerium rod. Got a couple different ways for lighting fire. In a wet condition, I got some wet fire and some live fire as well here. So you know, definitely need like another pouch for those. I'm just don't have one available at the moment to throw all that stuff in. Also up top here, I've got some beeswax candles. Now, candles are a great thing to carry for longer term survival. So these are some beeswax candles. These actually go for a lantern I have inside, and we'll get to that in a minute. So I also just have a Bic lighter here. And really the only lighting that I have other than the candles and the lantern that those go in, that I'll show you here in a minute, is a headlamp. And the reason why is because this headlamp has different stages of brightness. It definitely has enough brightness to do what I would need to do in a wilderness situation. That way I'm not relying on a ton of batteries. I'm certainly not relying on 123A batteries or the 18650s. This just takes AAAs, and I have a way to charge those in the pack as well. So I've really limited it down to just a headlamp. So that's just a Petzl headlamp, and works really good. It also keeps your hands free, so you can, you know, walk while you got the headlamp on. It works much better than a flashlight. So although I do have flashlights in my personal survival kit and my get-home bag, I just don't carry one in my bug-out bag. Alright, so in the front pouch here, again, I have a neck knife. I have to make a lanyard for this. This is a BK11. And again, I just haven't gotten around to it, but I'm definitely going to make a neck knife for that. I've got some duct tape. Definitely always handy to have some duct tape. I've got some gloves here. Great for when you're in the woods sawing, cutting, chopping, anything like that. You know, you definitely want to avoid the little nicks and boo-boos that you can get on your hands from just, you know, walking through the woods and breaking branches and processing firewood and things like that. So the gloves come in really handy. Definitely handy in an urban environment as well, but again, I'm suiting this more towards a wilderness environment. I have some cordage here. I believe this is about 50 or 75 feet. I have a bug net. Again, great item to have in the wilderness. Not so much this time of year, but definitely in the spring and summertime. Kind of goes hand in hand with the bug repellent here. And then I also have a Laplander saw. Definitely comes in handy for sawing bigger limbs, and then I can process them down using the BK9. Only other items I have in here are a Right in the Rain pad and a all-weather pen, and then an extra magazine for my 40 caliber, which is in the main compartment or on my side. All right, so let's dig into the main portion of the pack here. Up top, I kind of have another catch-all pouch. This is just a cheap IFAC pouch that you can pick up on eBay or Amazon, and I've just put some odds and ends in here, some toiletry items, first aid, things like that. So up top, I have some pocket tissue here, and that obviously I have 2 of those in there, and definitely handy for you know, going to the bathroom and things like that. Again, you're trying to make it through 72 hours. Any longer than that, and I'm going to be using leaves in the woods, and you know, definitely learn your leaves, because you could use the wrong ones. I have a sewing kit here. I've got some masks, which are handy in a real dusty environment, or you know, a chemical outbreak or something like that. You know, they're not going to protect you against, you know, nasty stuff, but they'll definitely protect you against, you know, maybe the flu, you know, any kind of like air spread virus or something like that. You know, you definitely want to get yourself a gas mask if you're worried about, you know, a big chemical attack. Got a little first aid kit here, and you know, this has got just some odds and ends, ibuprofen, Tylenol, moleskin, band-aids, some bigger bandages, some tape, things like that. I've got a toothbrush and some floss. Nothing's worse, even in a bug out situation, than having something stuck in your teeth. And some eye drops. Same thing. If you get something in your eye, it's nice to have those eye drops that you can flush out your eyes with. So that does it for this little pouch here. Again, I have my Glock 40 caliber handgun. Magazine here, another magazine, another spare magazine that I carry as well. This is usually on my side. If not, it can go in the pack. Got a little boonie hat here. Definitely handy for sunny conditions. You know, keep that sun off your head, especially maybe if you're in a boat or on water or something like that. Definitely you want to keep that sun and that reflection off your head. You know, it's really bad to get a sunburn in a survival situation. So another great item to have is a shemagh. You can wrap this around your head. You can use this for pre-filtering water and things like that. You can use it to clean pots and pans, and there's just so many uses for a shemagh. You can make char cloth out of this stuff, so great item to have in a bug out bag. Along with that, I have a life straw, and if I can't boil water, if I have to drink water directly from a stream or something like that, I can do it with the life straw. Here's the little lantern that I have. This takes the beeswax candles, and I can just hang that around my camp and put the beeswax candles in. Definitely a great alternative light source to a flashlight, and real handy to have. So I've got a little Toaks 750 millimeter pot. This is one of my favorite pots that I carry with me out into the woods. So I do throw it in my bug out bag as well. It's got a lid. I can definitely boil water on it. I have another little cup inside that nests right inside it. And actually, if you didn't have the cup, you could nest a 40-ounce clean canteen right inside it and put it in a water bottle holder if you wanted to carry it on the outside of your pack. 40-ounce clean canteen or an Nalgene bottle can definitely clip onto the outside of your pack. And that's another thing that works really well. If you want to clear up some room in your pack, you can clip your water bottle on the outside or get one of those water bottle holders. And you know, anything with MOLLE, such as the little IFAC pouch that I have here, you could definitely clip that onto the outside as well and free up more room inside your pack. So I also have a dry sack here. Never know when you're going to need one of these, but they definitely come in handy. Maybe you want to, you know, keep socks or something like that dry, or you know, anything that you want to keep dry, you can put in here. Maybe your electronics, things like that. If you get a downpour, you can put them in a dry sack. So, you know, very lightweight and definitely a great thing to have in a bug out bag. So I talked a little bit earlier about maintaining a charge and batteries and things like that. Again, the only light source that I carry is the headlamp, and it takes AAA batteries. So with this solar panel made by Goal Zero, I can keep AAA batteries charged at all times. Another thing that this will do is it'll charge my cell phone, so I can use the GPS and things like that on my cell phone. Not necessarily the cell phone service, but I can use the apps, the books, you know, the literature, you know, take pictures, things like that. Anything that you can do without a cell service signal on your cell phone, I can do as long as I can maintain a charge, and the solar panel will allow me to do that. There's a few little pockets and things like that in here. You can see that there's a little net pocket in the back. You know, these bags are fairly similar. They come with, you know, a few different dividers and things like that. So in the back mesh pocket there, I have a signal mirror and I have a compass. Great for navigation. I don't carry a map, and the reason is because I know where I'm going in a bug out situation, whereas my get home bag, you know, I may end up somewhere weird and I don't know where I am, things like that. But in a bug out situation where I'm leaving my home and I'm heading to my bug out spot, I know where I'm going, I know the area and things like that. So things like a map, you know, it definitely probably would be a good idea to carry one. I just don't. All right, so for cooking, I have a Bush Box XL made by Bushcraft Essentials. And I'm going to be doing a review on that coming up shortly. Definitely a great stove. Packs really small in there and pretty similar to the Firebox, which I just did a review on. I have the Firebox in another kit, but you could definitely throw any kind of bio stove in there. As I said in the beginning of this video too, I choose in my bug out bag to use a bio stove. That way I can use wood and any other natural materials. I don't want to carry gas around with me. In my get home bag I have a Jetboil which has gas, and that's fine, but for a longer term situation I want a stove that I can use natural materials that I can gather in the woods. I've got a couple of spoons here. And then for shelter, I have a SOL Sport Utility Blanket. I've shown this in some of my other videos. It works great as not only a shelter, but you can use it as a tarp, you can use it as an emergency blanket, you can use it to carry things with, you can use it to cover your gear, kind of as a poncho in case you get a downpour. You can cover up with this thing and keep dry. And then I also carry a Snug Pack all-weather shelter. This is basically a tarp. It's a sil nylon tarp. I'm going to be doing a review on this as well. But it packs down very small, and it's relatively lightweight, and would make a great shelter that I could put over the ground. Put the Sport Utility Blanket on the ground, and then use the sleeping bag as my source of warmth as well. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video, part 4 of my bug out bag. I definitely hope that you check out the other parts of the series, parts 1, 2, and 3 as well. I definitely am going to have a lot more gear reviews upcoming. I have a lot more time to do videos now, so make sure you click that subscribe button so that you can get alerted when I upload new videos. Also, I want to thank everybody for joining worldwidesurvival.com so far. If you haven't done so, go over to worldwidesurvival.com. It's a free online community that we can share ideas, photos. You can post your videos for the rest of the community to see. It's been a great success so far. So definitely we are working on updating that every single day to make it as good as it can be. You can sign up with one click with your Facebook or register the old-fashioned way. Like I said, it's free, and there's plenty of places that you can post your videos and information, and just join the discussion with other members regarding survival and the outdoors and things like that. So definitely with the bug out bags, you know, it's all personal preference, and it's all, you know, what you've learned and the skills you have, and, you know, the items that you know how to use and things like that. All those things are going to help you make decisions when it comes to building a bug out bag. So again, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click like, leave me some comments below, including what you guys carry in your bug out bags, and share this video on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, Google+, and Twitter. And as always, guys, subscribe for more videos.